Hi guys, this is Dr. Farjana. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Like always, it's an honor to connect with you. Today, what I'm going to be talking about has a trigger warning. So again, there's a trigger warning. So today's talk is about sexual abuse and how to connect with yourself again. Sexual abuse and how to connect with yourself again. Many individuals who went through sexual abuse feel disconnected to themselves. Remember, your rights to your body was taken away from you at a very early age. You basically had no right to your body as a child. No one taught you to speak up. No one told you what sexual abuse is. So as a child, you may have felt or went through various things. Number one, minimized to you are here only for people to touch you, unfortunately. You're here to just perform, give everything away. Remember, you were made to think your body wasn't even yours. Your voice was taken away, right? In addition, your right to consent was taken away. Your confidence and self-esteem was taken away. You may have pondered over, why is this happening to me? Is it because I'm pretty? Or do I look quote unquote slutty? Am I cool? Is this normal? If you were abused by several people, you may have started to believe this is my role, right? This is my role. So if you were abused by an uncle, then a cousin, then classmates. So in addition, you may have felt like a tainted child with secrets, right? Am I a bad child? Am I a good child? Confused, right? Perplexed. Sometimes, quote unquote, you might have felt dirty. So if you're particularly from different particular cultures, particular homogenous cultures, there's an emphasis on listening to your elders, right? Obeying your elders. So you might have thought, I know I'm supposed to listen to my elders. I'll just obey. They must know what they're doing, right? So again, you just blindly obeyed, right? And you confuse that as consent. Remember, you were a child. You didn't give any consent, right? It was never your fault. So what's happening to you as an adult now, right? What are some things that you may be going through, right? Going through sexual abuse. Number one, lack of mind and body connection. Difficulty setting boundaries with others. Again, remember, your boundaries were taken away from your abusers, right? Your body, the most sacred thing, right, was taken away from you. Disassociation. You may feel people are using you, right? Even as an adult. You may question other people's intention, struggle with trust. You may lack the connection between your current successes and self-worth. This is extremely important. So you may be extremely accomplished, but not see your self-worth. Still struggle with self-esteem and not believe that you're smart. For instance, you may have the highest degree, but still think you're not smart, right? There's like that disconnect. You may not feel deserving. You may be on autopilot on achieving, not present with your family members and loved ones because you're just on autopilot on achieving, just getting that outside validation. You may still be on a subconscious chaos train, especially if you grew up in a chaotic household and there was a lot of chaos, a lot of trauma, right? You may still somehow be reenacting that, right? By being so extremely busy, on the go, doing, right? You may focus on others' lack. Remember, it started with someone's lack, right? Someone hurting you, right? It was an other doing this to you. So you may constantly, as an adult, focus on others' lack, like what they're not doing for you, what they are, how someone was mean to you, someone disrespected you, didn't do enough, right? They don't see you the way they should see you. So you may struggle with that. So I'm going to share some guidance. What do you do now? What do you do as an adult? How do you get the help you need? Number one, face the realities of what happened. You have to face it, right? You can't pretend like it didn't happen. You can't say, I'm going to take this to my grave. No, that's not healing. You need to talk about it in a safe space and heal. So next, do deep healing work. Find a professional that you can trust and start doing that deep healing work. Next, forgive yourself for not speaking up. You didn't know. Forgive yourself for not speaking up. No one taught you how to speak up. Next, abusers are skilled at grooming you. So they normalize it. It's like a silent play where you succumb. It was never your fault. You were a kid, a preteen, an adolescent. It was never your fault. Again, it was never your fault. Please forgive yourself. Next, love your body again. Look at your body in a new light, right? Remember, you don't have to be that old body, right? You don't have to be that 6-year-old self or that 11-year-old self, right? Look at your body with a renewed sense of rejuvenation. Like this is my new body. That's in the old body, right? Slow down. Learn to slow down and be present. You might have to say to yourself, slow down as you're walking, as you're commuting, transitioning. Build your self-esteem intrinsically, not extrinsically, right? You don't want to get your sense of self-worth from outside sources, right? Because remember, outside sources will give you fluctuating responses. People will always give you fluctuating responses. It depends on their mood, their level of consciousness, right? So they're never going to give you a constant response. And then when you fully focus on people's approval, right? Their validation, their opinions, what ends up happening is that betrayal part of you gets activated, right? That betrayal that you felt when somebody did sexually abuse you, that gets activated, right? So don't get your self-esteem, self-worth from external, right, sources. It has to come from within. And how do you do that? Right, working with your inner self, right? Healing, right? Focusing on your abundance, focusing on your strengths, your goodness, your kindness, your love, who you are as a person, right? Focusing on the beautiful things that are unfolding in front of you, your greatness. That's how you build your intrinsic self-esteem, right? Looking at your successes, all the hard work you've done, who you are, right? Next, forgive your parents because they were unaware. Even if you told them what happened and they didn't respond the way you wanted them to, forgive them. That was their level of consciousness at that time. Next, forgive the time you grew up in where you were sexually abused, because the sexual abuse awareness is a new phenomenon where we're teaching this to kids to speak up. That didn't occur in the past. We weren't taught about it at that time. That wasn't emphasized, right? Next, take daily healing time. Say, my life belongs to me. My body belongs to me, right? My life belongs to me. My body belongs to me. And say this over and over, right? Don't close because of life happenings. Don't close your heart, right? Don't close your heart because of life happenings, because other people's lack. Reprogram yourself from getting your self-worth from, like I said, internal sources, intrinsically, right? It's your inner space. No one can touch that. Wake up every morning being proud of your good choices, your hard work. Wake up with abundance, right? Remember, it was never your fault. It was never your fault. So start connecting with yourself again. Give yourself time, right? Take care of yourself. Show yourself self-love. Rest, right? Rest, and giving yourself that rest is showing yourself respect, that you do love yourself and you do matter, right? Start setting boundaries with people, right? Speak up and follow up, right? All right, guys. You deserve the best life. You deserve love. You deserve peace. You deserve safety. Okay? It wasn't your fault. Again, it wasn't your fault. So please, as an adult, get the help you need and learn to connect with yourself again. All right. And be aware when you start disconnecting, when there's that disconnect. Go back and say, wait a second, why am I doing this? Why is there this disconnect? Healing starts with you. All right, guys, take care of yourself.